So on the record and docket 22-01443, people of the state of Michigan versus Carolyn Jackson. For the parties, please introduce themselves for the record.
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Jackson, who is approaching counsel table right now.
This is the time set for a trial in this matter, but that we received some notice that there was some discovery issues. Mr. Witzy?
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense has asked for an adjournment so they can further investigate another witness. The defense believes that may exonerate their client. Given that the people have no objection to an adjournment for further investigation, I believe I've spoken with defense counsel. I believe 3 weeks would be sufficient for both sides and we'd be ready to go with that.
Ms. Sutter, is that your understanding?
That's accurate, Your Honor.
So was this witness initially part of the witness list?
No, Your Honor, I do not believe so.
All right, and then there's some, so I assume that the people also join in the request?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then you'll contact the court if there's any change in regards to the status of the case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that enough time?
I would request at least 3 weeks, Your Honor. Mr. Wisty was also able to tell me about some people I may want to speak to on his side, so I think 3 weeks might be a better time frame for us to talk to everyone.
Well, yeah, I don't want to set it too short and then end up adjourning it again.
Right.
8:22 at 8 a.m.
Your Honor, I do apologize. I will not be available that day.
Oh, 90 days. Yeah, let's set it. Why don't we set it for another final pretrial?
Final pretrial?
Yeah,
On which date, Your Honor?
yeah. Since this witness seems to be crucial, maybe.
How about 8:15 and 8:30? That is 3 weeks from today.
August 15th.
That should work, Your Honor. Thank you.
So we'll set it for final pretrial. At 8:30 on August 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else on the record? 22-01443 from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Sutter?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Then we'll reconvene as on a final pretrial on August 15th at 8:30.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, on the Samsung, can you identify yourself?
Yes, Paul Martin. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Mark, I recognize you on the Samsung. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Okay, I'll try. Here, help me on mute.
No, Mr. Martin, you're fine. You're fine,
Oh.
Mr. Martin. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to identify another caller.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So on the Samsung, on the other cell phone, you're on mute. Could you identify yourself for the record? Sir, on the Samsung cell phone, can you identify yourself?
Yeah, it's Joe Havens.
All right.
The mic's up not, mic's not loud enough. I got my headphones in, but it's still not like loud enough. I'm deaf, so I'm want to hear headphones, trying to hear.
What's your name again, sir? Your name?
Havens, Joe Havens, Joseph Havens, H-A-V-S and Victory and us.
Mr. Haven, our records indicate your case was dismissed on the 11th.
I can't even hear you, man.
All right. Your case was dismissed, sir, so you're free to leave.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to appear one last time, so it was a miscommunication on my part.
Okay, so you're free to
Thank you.
leave, sir. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Am I free to go?
Mr. Havens.
Yes, you're free to go, Mr. Havens.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Cunningham, you're here on the Mr. Martin's matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll go on the record on docket 22-00975. People of the state of Michigan versus Paul Martin. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Richard Cunningham, P 29735, Assistant Attorney General on behalf of the people.
Erin Robinson, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Martin.
And sir, you are Paul Martin?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. This is the time set for a plea. How are we proceeding, Mr. Cunningham?
Well, Your Honor, the defendant is charged in a 4-count complaint with 2 counts of malicious use of a telecommunication service, which is a 6-month misdemeanor, and 2 counts of using a computer to commit a crime, here being a 1-year misdemeanor. The people will dismiss counts 3 and 4, the using the computer to commit a crime, if the defendant pleads as charged to counts 1 and 2, malicious use of telecommunication service, with a sentence agreement that there'll be no upfront incarceration. Is that an accurate statement of the agreement, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Or yes, Mr. Cunningham, sorry.
So my understanding of the plea agreement will be a plea to counts 1 and 2 with a dismissal of counts 3 and 4 and a Killebrew agreement of no upfront jail.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes,
There's no other sentencing aspects other than no upfront jail, correct?
correct.
Mr. Cunningham, that's your understanding. There's no other, Mr. Martin will still have to go through probation.
Well, Your Honor, if you impose probation, quite frankly, I'm questioning whether that's really appropriate here. In my opinion, it might be more appropriate to impose a fine. He's a New York resident. I will accept that he's remorseful for what he did. What this case is all about is a person is free to express their political thoughts, but they can't do it by putting another person in fear. And I think we've made the point with the plea, and I think a fine, a substantial fine here would send that message both to Mr. Martin and to other people. So the agreement would simply be no incarceration, but if you decide that probation is the appropriate way to go, fine. But my position is simply that we might make a better statement here by imposing a substantial fine.
Ms. Robinson, do you have any objection if the court were to, after the plea, to proceed to immediate sentencing?
I have no objection, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Robinson, may I inquire of your client to
You
the
may.
plea? Sir, you are Paul Martin?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, and you understand the agreement as discussed by the attorneys that you're going to be pleading guilty to counts 1 and 2 and counts 3 and 4 to be dismissed?
That's correct.
Okay, and you understand that there's a maximum penalty on counts 1 and 2, that the maximum penalty is a 6-month misdemeanor and/or $1,000. Do you understand that, sir?
I'm aware of that, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, and there's a Killebrew agreement of no upfront jail. You understand that?
I understand that also, yes.
All right, and you understand by pleading guilty, you'll be waiving some of your rights that you would have for trial. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right, and so we'll go through some of those rights. You have the right to be represented by counsel at trial. You, of course, are represented by public defender Aaron Robinson in this case. You would have the right to the presumption of innocence. You would have the right to make the people prove every element of the crime beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
You'd have the right to call witnesses on your behalf, and you have the right to call witnesses on your behalf and to cross-examine all witnesses and have any witnesses called on your behalf during the trial. Do you understand that, sir?
I do.
All right, and you're waiving those rights in regards to pleading guilty, and you're pleading guilty because you believe you are guilty, sir. Is that correct?
Yes, as stated by the state of Michigan. Yes, correct.
All right, so I'm gonna have you raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury.
I do, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention to December 20th of 2020 at the offense location of 430 West Allegan Street in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan. In count 1, explain to me how you maliciously used a service provided by a telecommunications service provider with the intent to terrorize, frighten, intimidate, threaten, harass, molest, annoy, or disturb the peace and quiet of Jocelyn Benson by threatening physical harm or damage to any person or property in the course of a conversation or message through use of telecommunications service device contrary to the law of the state of Michigan. Explain to me your actions concerning count 1.
What I could tell you, Your Honor, now that I've have a chance to speak, is this is all in regards to the November 3, 2020 elections. And this is in regards to political appointed officials that did not fulfill their oath of office.
All
to
right.
carry.
So, Mr. Martin, what did you do in regards to contacting or leaving threatening, harassing message to Jocelyn Benson?
I did go online and I on her email sent the message that is recorded in evidence, and also in my
Okay.
defense, if I could speak, Your Honor.
Well,
In
I
my-
want to know. I want to know what the content of the message was.
Oh, I could. Do you want me to get it out and read it?
No,
I
I
have-
think you could tell me what, I think you can tell me what the message was.
Oh, well, basically it was putting Miss, in my words, it was putting Miss Benson on notice that, that she had overstepped her bounds and she had not, done her job as a Secretary of State for
While
Michigan.
doing so, did you threaten her?
In my mind, I didn't, Your Honor. In my mind, I was using the same, I'm trying to think of the term that politicians use. I could use the example of Chuck Schumer did in front of the Supreme Court building when he was addressing Judge Gorsuch and Judge Kavanaugh.
All right, so read to me what you sent her.
If you give me just a second, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I do have it available in front of me if I may question the witness.
Absolutely, Mr. Cunningham. I don't have it in front of me, so.
Will that work then? Mr. Cunningham can.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Martin, on Sunday, December 20th at about 11:39 a.m., did you send this following message to Jocelyn Benson? Quote, "Yet another Manchurian candidate. Treason is punishable with death by hanging. Miss Benson, if you didn't know. It seems there is a long list of treasonous China dogs embedded like ticks in the fabric of America. You still have to answer to the American people that take their Second Amendment rights seriously. Nothing like a good Manchurian candidate hunt. Antifa looks like Cub Scouts compared to what's waiting for you in the future. Ms. Benson, no threat, just a promise. If you think 74+ million patrons will let America be sold to China by traitors like you. The evidence of voter fraud and foreign foul play is copious, and your blatant attempts to block voter fraud in Michigan shows which side of justice you stand on. How was that trip to China and the CCP college where you were indoctrinated communist sympathizer? Your future looks bleak, my dear. Is that the content of the message you sent?
Yes, Mr. Cunningham, I believe that was accurate.
All right, now, Mr. Martin, you didn't really intend or at any time to do any physical harm to Miss Benson, did you?
Of course not.
But you did intend to place her in fear, did you not?
No, that was not my intent.
With this language, you did not intend to place her in fear? Your
No,
future looks bleak, my dear. Tifa looks like Cub Scouts compared to what's waiting for you. You didn't think that was the purpose of that was to place her in fear?
My purpose was to let Secretary of State Benson know that the people of the United States of America are watching and that they were going to hold political elected officials accountable for their actions.
And so why don't you say that instead of saying your future looks bleak, my dear? Antifa looks like Cub Scouts compared to what's waiting for you. Don't you think that's threatening, sir?
It's called the First Amendment, sir.
Okay, Mr. Martin, do you believe that the language that you sent to Ms. Benson was sent with the intent to terrorize or frighten or maliciously or threaten or harass or molest or annoy Ms. Benson? Did you intend any one of those things?
No, it was to open up her eyes to what she had done. Okay, nowhere in my.
Ms. Robinson, do you want a chance to meet with your client?
Yes, thank you.
So, Mr. Martin, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with a lawyer so you can discuss this matter. Because if you're indicating that your intent was not to do one of these things, I can't take your plea and we'll set it for trial. Okay.
All right. I retract everything I've said. I understand now.
All right.
we
Did you
can-
did you want a chance to meet with your lawyer, sir?
It might be a good idea, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Miss Robinson when she gets online here. So Mr. Cunningham will stand by while Miss Robinson and Mr. Martin meet.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will do. All right, so we're back on the record in docket 22-00975. Ms. Robinson, have you had the opportunity to speak with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
And how are we proceeding
He
today?
would like to proceed with the plea. He believes that under the statute, he would fall under the harass or annoy section of it.
Okay.
So perhaps if we could direct the questioning of that.
So, Mr. Martin, we're going to go back on the record in the factual basis concerning this matter. It is after speaking with your attorney, Ms. Robinson, was it in fact your intent to harass or annoy Ms. Jocelyn Benson by sending that message?
Yes, it was my intention to harass and annoy Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson.
All right, and you did that in count one by sending that message via telecommunications provider, and in count two also by the same. Is that the same message?
No, it was a separate message. That was
Okay, so let's go in regards to count two. What, Mr. Cunningham, do you have the second messages to count two?
Yes, Your Honor, and for sake of brevity, I'm going to read only part of it. Mr.
Okay.
Martin, on December 20th at 11:55 a.m., did you send a message to Ms. Benson by email containing these statements? If you are not charged with treason, then summarily executed, then the people will take matters into their own hands, embracing their Second Amendment rights. Antifa will look like Cub Scouts compared to the Midnight Riders coming for you to dispense true justice. Blood will be spilled again. Is that a portion of the statement that you sent to Ms. Benson?
Yes, that's correct. That was a portion of the statement that I sent to Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson.
And your purpose in doing that was to harass and annoy Ms. Benson?
Yes, that's accurate.
All right, I believe that that's a factual basis for count one and count two in regards to maliciously using a telecommunications provider annoying or harassing Ms. Benson by threatening physical harm or damage to person or property pursuant to count one and count two. Any questions, Mr. Cunningham?
No,
On the
Your Honor.
factual basis.
No,
Any
Your Honor.
questions on the factual basis, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any objection to immediate sentencing in this matter, Mr. Cunningham?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
None, Your Honor.
I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and intelligently given and made. I accept your factual basis to plead to count one and count two, and then I will move forward to immediate sentencing. There's a Killebrew agreement of no jail in this matter. I agree with Mr. Cunningham that I don't see the need for probation in this matter. I will set a fine in count one. So I've got to do the state fine and Crime Victims' Rights Fund. So I'll set a fine of $500 in count one, with also a Crime Victims' Rights fee of $50 and a state fee of $75. And then in count two, I will also do a fine of $500 with a Crime Victims' Rights fee of $50 and the state minimum fee of $75. Will you need some time to pay that amount, Mr. Martin?
No, Your Honor. I think that we can scrape together some funds to pay the fines.
All right, so the fines and costs together will probably be in the vicinity of $1,125 or something like that. I'd assume.
If we could give him, Your Honor, at least a couple weeks
Yeah.
for since he's probably gonna mail in payment,
Right.
because I know the website will charge a fee, so
So
it might take a while for it to go through the mail.
I'm going to accept your plea to counts one and two. Counts one and two, counts three and four to be dismissed. I'm going to give you about 2 weeks to pay that, just in case. All right, Mr. Martin?
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so we'll make the date for payment. Why don't we make it August 1st?
Is that the first payment, Your Honor?
I'm giving you 2 weeks, however you want it, however you want to.
Okay, yeah.
However,
August 1st is less than a week.
all right, let's
Oh, sorry.
do August 8th. So August 8th,
Okay,
so date for fine and costs will be August 8th. I might have to rewrite that for the file. Anything else for the record, Mr. Cunningham?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so I'll give you 2 weeks, August 8th for fines and costs in relation to this immediate sensing. All right, Mr. Martin?
yep, that's, very good, Your Honor.
All right, so that's all on the record, 22-00975, unless there's anything else. Mr. Cunningham?
Nothing further from the people, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Robinson?
Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Martin, you're free to go. You have until August 8th to pay off the fines and costs, okay?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set, sir.
All right, everybody have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cunningham. All right, we're on the record in docket 20. At 8 a.m. and have jury instructions to me by the 12th, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record, Mr. Witsi?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Mr. Yang?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you on the 22nd, okay, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep. So we're on the record in docket 22-00831, people of the state of Michigan versus Ronnie J. Williams. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Morning, Mike Mataloni on behalf of Ronnie Williams, who's standing to my right.
And you are Ronnie Williams, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the time set for plea. How are we proceeding, Mr. Witzy?
Your Honor, my understanding is the defendant will be pleading to count one, operating with the high BAC. In exchange for that plea, the people will dismiss count two, which is operating while intoxicated.
That's correct.
So that's so it's count one with the maximum penalty of 180 days and or $200 to $700. Is that
Correct.
correct? Okay. And with that, the alternative to count two will be dismissed. Mr. Mataloni, may I inquire of your client?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is that your understanding, sir, today, that you're going to be pleading guilty to count one, count two is to be dismissed? All right. You understand that by pleading today, you give up certain rights in this matter, and that one is the right to trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and in that regard, you'd be represented by Mr. Mataloni here, who would be part of contesting the government's case against you. You could call witnesses on your own behalf. You'd have the right to presumption of innocence. You'd have the right to making the people prove their case beyond reasonable doubt on every element of the crime charged against you. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You'd have the right to remain silent. You'd have the right that no inference can be drawn by you taking the stand or not taking the stand. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have the right to cross-examine witnesses and to call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you're waiving all those rights to plead guilty today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you're pleading guilty today because you are guilty, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention back to July 3rd, 2021 at the offense location of Kipling Boulevard, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan. Were you driving operating a motor vehicle in a public way on that day?
Yes, sir.
All right. And had you been drinking, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And if you later found out, did you have a BAC or a blood alcohol test done?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the test?
It was done at Sparrow.
What's that?
It was done at Sparrow.
Okay, it was done at Sparrow. Did you later find out your blood alcohol?
Yeah, it was
254.
Okay, 0.254.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you would indicate that was above the legal limit of 0.10.
Yes.
All right. Anything else factually, Mr. Witzy?
No, Your Honor, I believe that covers it.
Anything, Mr. Mataloni?
No, sir.
All right. I find the factual basis and the plea to be knowing, voluntarily, intelligently made. I accept the factual basis of the plea. We will refer this to probation. So you should go to the probation department within 48 hours of today. If you can, go today. All right. Go straight there now. And a sentencing date?
September 12th at 9 a.m.
September 12th. Does that work, Mr. Mataloni? At 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
So September 12th at 9 a.m. What they're going to do, sir, is they're going to do a report for me concerning some of this matter. And that's what they'll do at the probation department. You'll go there and they'll ask you certain questions, put it in a report so that I have something to make a decision on September 12th. Do you understand that, sir? So it's important that you go and refer to probation and go and tell them everything they ask. All right. All right. Anything else for the record, Mr. Witzy?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mataloni?
No, sir.
All right. We'll see you September 12th at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
to
Have a
see
good day.
Would the call-in user 517-894-9839 please identify themselves?
Michelle Bonilla.
So Ms. Bonilla, you're here for your 9 o'clock?
I am.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Still connected, Donnie. Yes, sir.
Yes, maybe put in a breaker on with Mr. Adam very quickly.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
I believe that's on Saturday, I believe we need to amend his leave on the record. Issue back.
So you want, Mr. Adam, we're gonna put you in a breakout room with your lawyer, okay?
It's not connected. Can't hear you.
Okay, is he?
It's not connected.
He's not connected. Robinson was up to PA 53 too, right? Let's go ahead and call Mr. Robertson. I don't think he's going to be joining us today. So I'm going to call the record docket 22-00817, People of the State of Michigan versus James Robertson. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter and a PA 53 violation. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record?
Jay Christie on behalf of the people.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Robertson.
Okay, this is the time set for both pretrial and a PA 53. It's my understanding the defendant was in the Clinton County Jail where he was supposed to be writ out. He made bond in the matter. He is no longer able to be writ out Clinton County because he's not there anymore. This is the time set. Mr. Witsey, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, the people would be requesting a bench warrant here. I believe due to the nature of the crime that's appropriate.
Any comment, Ms. Robinson?
I guess just was notice given to him while he was in custody in Clinton?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He received notice of the pretrial, and I I think he was given notice on the PA violation also.
Then I have nothing further.
All right. So I'm gonna, bench warrant and bond forfeiture will be issued in both the domestic assault matter and the PA 53. Anything else for the record, Mr. Witsi?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So that's all on that's all on file 22-00817.
Great. thank
Ms.
you.
Bonilla, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with your public defender, okay?
Okay.
All right. A civil file docket 1702611. It was set for discovery hearing today, but there's an indication in the file that there was no service. Neither party has appeared. And so we'll just adjourn the matter. We'll put it on no progress for now. So we're on the record in docket 22-01428. People of the state of Michigan versus Michelle Marie Bonilla. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Bonilla.
And ma'am, you are Michelle Bonilla?
I am.
All right. And you can hear me all right, Ms. Bonilla?
I can.
All right. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mr. Witsi, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, if the dog involved here, Pape, is vaccinated and registered, we'd be willing to make a dismissal here. So I'd inquire in the defense if the dog has been properly registered and if they've got proof of it here this morning.
Ms. Robinson?
Your Honor, we don't have any of that information yet because I still don't have discovery in the matter. I think it was an issue on my office's part on filing notice properly. But I have since followed up with the clerk's office and I think they refiled my notice of appearance. So if we could get a brief reset, so just so I could get the discovery in the case.
All right,
probably 1 week.
that offers on the table that as long as compliance is met with the statute.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Ms. Bonilla, I'm going to adjourn this matter just so you can get some discovery from your public defender. There is an offer on the table, then Ms. Robinson is aware of it, that as long as you meet compliance in regards to the animal in the ticket, the copy, the case would be dismissed. Do you understand that, Ms. Bonilla?
I do.
All right. So we'll reset this for, okay, we'll reset for discovery. August 8th at 10 a.m. So, Ms. Bonilla, you'll be back in court on August 8th at 10 a.m. in regard to this matter, okay?
Okay.
If you have any questions, keep in contact with your public defender, Aaron Robinson, all right?
Okay.
Anything else for the record in docket 22-01428, Mr. Witsi?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
August 8th at 10 a.m. That's all for the record in this file.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Bonilla. You're free to go.
Thank you.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 22-00483. That's People of the State of Michigan versus Muhammad Adam. And I'll indicate that initially it was the other way around. So we'll amend it so it reads correctly, Muhammad Adam. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Muhammad Adam, who is present via Zoom.
And you are Muhammad Adam, sir? Is he not connected again?
No.
He's not, I don't think he's connected. All right.
I did speak with him via telephone. I called him and we had a brief discussion, so I don't know if it would be possible to waive his appearance today, given his technical issues or.
He's definitely here. He's just, that we're having,
Connect to audio.
yeah, it's just. Maybe we should reset it for him to come in person.
Well, Your Honor, to be honest, what I was going to do is ask for a final trial.
Okay.
So we wanted to keep the case moving on, we could set for that, or if the court would prefer, we could set it for another pre-trial.
All right. Is he here? Mr. Adam, can you hear me? Mr. Adam, can you hear me? Oh, he looks like he's right outside.
No, he's in a different court
Oh, he's in a different
somewhere else.
court.
Yes.
I don't think we have the same problem, Mr. Adam. I think he's not, no audio. Let's do this. Since you've had contact with him, let's set it for final pre-trial in this matter. Any objection to that, Mr. Witsy?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I think more just to make sure, and then you'll relay any.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's set it for final pre-trial. August 8th at 8:30. And that would be in person, yeah. In person. Any, Mr. Adam, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. And you are Muhammad Adam, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Adam, pursuant to council's request, we are setting this for a final pretrial in the matter on August 8th at 8:30, okay?
Okay.
Anything else for the record, Mr. Witsy?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to move to amend the complaint to reflect his proper name, so change it from Adam
Right.
Muhammad to Muhammad Adam.
Any objection to that?
Not at all, Your Honor. I was gonna make the same.
So we move to amend to proper name of
Muhammad Adam.
Adam. Correct, sir. Anything else, Mr. Witsy?
No, Your Honor.
Anything with Sutter?
Just to confirm, would Your Honor still like Mr. Adam in person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mr. Adam will be August 8th at 8:30 and in person for that pre-trial, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, keep in contact with your attorney, Ms. Sutter, all right?
Okay.
All right. That's all for the record in 22-00483.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Come again, Ms.
You're all set, Mr. Adam.
All right.
Thanks, Wendy.
He could possibly.
Is that, on the Polycom, can you identify yourself?
Sandra Denise Travis.
All right. Mr. Rosencrantz, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your attorney, Lauren Sutter, okay?
All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
Yep. Miss Grace Impey, what case are you on?
I'm sorry, I was just observing for Mr. Adam. I have a foster care case that he's involved in, but I actually missed it. But I'll get in touch with him to get updated on what happened here today.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just checking to make sure you were in the right place.
Yeah, no problem. I will hop
All
off
right,
here now.
thank you.
Thank you.
So we're on the record in docket 22-01831. People of the state of Michigan versus Ian Rosenkrantz. Will the parties please identify themselves for the record?
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Rosenkrantz, who is present via Zoom.
And sir, you are Ian Rosenkrantz?
Yes, that is correct.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Rosenkrantz?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, this is the time set for a pre-trial in the matter. Mr. Witzy, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. An offer has been extended to the defense. I would defer to them whether or not they would accept it or would like to schedule for further proceeding.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did explain the offer to Mr. Rosenkrantz. At this time, we would ask the court to schedule us for a final pretrial.
Okay. So we'll set for final pretrial on August 8th at 8:30. So, and that'll be in person, Mr. Rosenkrantz?
You said that'll be in person, sir?
Yeah, it'll be in person, that final pretrial, okay?
All right.
Anything else for the record, Mr. Witzy?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Rosenkrantz, please stay in contact with your attorney, Ms. Sutter, and we'll see you back here in person on August 8th at 8:30, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's on the record, 22-01831. And Mr. Rosenkrantz, you're free to leave.
All right. All right. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank you. So we're on the record in docket 13-04805. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Sandra Trice. Will the parties please identify themselves for the record?
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Ms. Trice.
And ma'am, you are Sandra Trice?
Yes,
And you can hear me all right, Ms. Trice?
yes, I can hear you.
All right, this is the time set for a pre-trial on this retail fraud. Mr. Witzy, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, I would extended an offer to the defense. I would defer to them on whether or not they will accept it.
Ms. Robinson?
Your Honor, I am not sure at the moment as far as the new pretrial goes. I will probably need a breakout room with Ms. Trice.
All right, Ms. Trice, I'm going to place you in a breakout room with your attorney, Aaron Robinson, okay?
Yes,
All right, so, and I actually have two files with you, ma'am. I've also got another probation violation that was looked at by your lawyer. So I'll put you in a breakout room so you can discuss both matters, all right?
yes.
All right. Okay, we're back on the record in docket 1304805. People of the state of Michigan versus Sandra Trice. And Ms. Trice, you had the opportunity to speak with Aaron Robinson in a breakout room?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Robinson, how are we proceeding today?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with Ms. Trice and she would like to plead guilty to the retail fraud case, to the offer that was given. That would be to amend the case to a retail fraud third with restitution of $13.63, with a sentencing agreement to time served. And then she would also be pleading to the probation violation as well.
So there's Killebrew time served. And Mr. Witsy, that's your correct
Correct.
statement. So,
Killebrew time served, reduction from retail fraud second degree to retail fraud third degree.
okay. And do you know the code for that? For retail fraud third degree?
5064, I think.
7503564. And that would make it is that the 90 day?
93 day. Your Honor.
93 day. And or $500?
Correct.
So it's really it's the second offense notice that raises it to the
Right.
1 year. So it's still a guilty plea to count one. Is that a second degree or a third degree?
Well, it's charged as a second right now,
Okay.
so we would have to amend it to take off. I guess we can add a count and dismiss that first.
Right.
Whatever's easier for the court.
We'll add a count two. Ms. Trice, is that your understanding of the plea agreement that you'll be pleading guilty to an added count two of retail fraud in the third degree with the same factual basis? That is a penalty of 93 days and or $500 with a Killebrew agreement of time served. Is that your understanding, ma'am?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Oh, yeah. What's the restitution?
$13.63, Your Honor.
That is correct.
63 cents. May I inquire of your client, Ms. Robinson?
You may.
Okay. Ms. Trice, you understand that if I take your plea today, you'll be giving up certain rights. One is the right to have a trial. Do you understand that, ma'am? Ms. Trice, do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. And during that right to trial, you have the right to be represented by the public defender or a lawyer, Ms. Robinson, and you are represented today by Ms. Robinson, that's correct?
Yes.
You'd have the right to have witnesses cross-examined and have witnesses called on your behalf. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. You'd also be giving up your rights to the presumption of innocence, to the people of the state of Michigan proving their case beyond a reasonable doubt, each element. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. And you're willing to waive those rights in order to plead guilty today?
Yes.
All right. And you're pleading guilty today because you are in fact guilty. Is that right, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes. Yes.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention back to June 6, 2013 at the offense location of Meyer, 6200 South Pennsylvania. Do you remember being there at Meyer on that date, ma'am?
Yes.
That's in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan, correct?
Yes.
Okay, the allegation is that while Meyer was open to the public, you did steal property of that store offered for sale at a price less than $200. Can you tell me what you did on that day, ma'am?
I, I,
Your Honor, if I may. Ms. Trice, on that day, did you go into the Myers on South Penn Avenue?
yes,
Yes, okay. And did you take some food items out of the store without paying for them?
yes,
And did you have permission to do that?
no,
Anything else towards a factual basis, Mr. Witzy?
I believe that's sufficient, Your
All
Honor.
right, Ms. Robinson?
No.
I believe that the factual basis has been made. It's knowing, voluntarily, and intelligently made for the count 2 of retail fraud in the 3rd degree. Was in regards to sentencing in this matter, was there any thoughts on sentencing, Mr. Woodson?
I would be comfortable with sentencing immediately, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Ms. Trice, I'm going to go, there seems to be no objection to the immediate sentencing. Since there's a Killebrew agreement of time served, I'm going to follow the Killebrew agreement of time served. There is restitution in the case of $13.63. So I'll order restitution. I have to order a crime victims' rights fee of $75 and a state mandatory fee of $50 for $125 total. I'm going to waive fines and costs in this matter. Ms. Robinson, any question, or how long will your client need to pay the restitution and the fine and the fines and costs, which are $125?
Yes, Your Honor. She might need some time. She's being held on a felony matter as well at this time, so I'm not sure when her release date is or will be.
Yeah, Ms. Trice, I'm going to give you 30 days at least to make inquiry into the payment of restitution, and the crime victims' rights fee is $125. I'll give you 30 days to start. All right, Ms. Trice?
yes,
Did you hear me, ma'am?
yes,
Okay, thank you. So 30 days to pay fines and costs and restitution. Restitution probably being
okay.
the one that you'll hear about. Anything else for the file and docket 13-04-805, Mr. Witzy?
Just to clarify, the restitution would be to the Myers at 6200 South Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And if she's still in custody, Your Honor, that would obviously be extended.
Right, that would be.
Thank you.
And the 30 days is really just to have it as a marker.
Okay.
And that'll change upon whether you're in custody or not, of course. But at least try to make contact with the district court criminal division in order for the so they know where you're at. Okay, Ms. Trice?
Yes.
All right. Anything else for this file in 13-04-805?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
And then we have another file, a probation violation. And it's my understanding, Ms. Robinson, I'm going to call that 08348, People of the State of Michigan versus Sandra Trice. And that's a probation violation. It's my understanding, Ms. Robinson, your client's going to plead guilty to this also?
That's correct.
Okay. May I inquire of your client, ma'am?
You may.
Okay. So you are Sandra Denise Trice, ma'am?
Yes,
And this is the time set for a probation violation in regards to a fail to appear for probation arraignment on March 2nd, 2011. It was asked for in the motion affidavit by Heather Duhosky. on December 1st, 2002, and it was signed by Judge Alderson in May of 2011. Are you familiar with that, Ms. Trice?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And you have certain rights in regards to this hearing and hearing the file. You have the right to be represented by counsel, which you are. Ms. Robinson's representing you, and you have the right to contest this violation and hearing and cross-examine any witnesses brought against you or cross-examine the probation officer in this case. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And if you plead guilty today, you won't have a hearing. You'll be admitting to the probation violation, and we won't have a hearing. We won't have a contested hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it's your intent today to plead to the probation violation, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm gonna have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, ma'am. You failed to appear for a probation violation arraignment on March 2nd, 2011. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. I find the factual basis for the plea to the probation violation. You were on probation on that date, ma'am? Is it true that you were on probation on that date? Is that a yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
thank you. Yes. So I find the admission to the probation violation be knowing, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Anything in regards to probation, Mr. Woodsey, in a sentencing on the probation violation?
Yes, Your Honor, the probation department is recommending jail. They've got recommended minimally. So I take that to mean they want it, but they're not overly enthused about it. What I can garner from this is back in 2008, Ms. Trice pled guilty to a Social Security check fraud. There's restitution owed to the United States government in a significant amount. Looking at the sentence, it looks like she got 365 days, 289 of that suspended. What I am inferring from that is she got out of jail and simply never reported to probation, never followed up on anything on this. There's a significant amount of restitution owed. I don't think Ms. Trice should be rewarded for avoiding this for so long, even though it is the case. And I believe that the court is free to use any of that suspended jail at this time in imposing a sentence, rather than technical probation violation rules, due to the suspended jail being part of it. In order to get that bargain, which appears to be a good deal at the time, she had to follow through, which she did not, Your Honor. So the people would be requesting that.
Ms. Robinson?
Yes, Your Honor. So after I've done the math on this case, it appears that she has 79 days credit that she's already completed, and that's including the time that she's recently been in, as well as the time that she served on the underlying case. So I would request that she be given time served on this matter. As I've stated, she's also being held on another felony case for which she will not likely be able to make bond on that until something's done about that. But she's, this has been a while since this occurred back in I guess the failure to report was from back in 2011. So it's been over 10 years since she's picked up any new offenses or done anything else. Further, she has some health issues. She does suffer from some heart conditions. She recently underwent a couple of heart surgeries and is not in the best of health. So I would ask the court to adopt a sentence of 79 days.
What did she end up pleading to? I don't have that.
The misdemeanor false
That-
pretenses of
Misdemeanor false
202,000.
pretenses. Which is a 90-day, correct? 93
No,
day?
that's a 365 day.
Is it?
Yes.
So she has 79 days on a 365,
She
1
is-
year.
Yes, correct.
I see the recommendation is a minimally suggested jail time.
Speaking with the probation officer, don't give specific timeframes what they recommend.
Right,
So my understanding of that is they do believe jail is appropriate. This isn't one where they jump on the table screaming.
right. So I'm going to sentence the defendant to 79 days time served. Time already served. And there is restitution in this matter of $7,544.
I believe that was already entered. a while
Right.
ago.
So that's already entered.
Mhm.
And then we'll close the file with that. Oh, yeah, let's administratively close the file and return, and then we can refer the matter to collections. I just don't see any reason for the probation in the matter. So, I just don't see, so I'll terminate probation. And then refer restitution to collections. So Ms. Trice, what I'm doing today is I'm going to give you credit for the time served on this probation violation. That's 79 days.
Okay.
I'm terminating probation in this matter, and I'm going to refer the restitution to our collections department, okay?
Yes,
Do you understand that, ma'am?
yes.
All right. Anything else for the record in this file, 0808348, Mr. Witzy?
Yes, I would like some clarification, Your Honor. I believe Mrs. Robinson's calculation was based on the timesheet already done. If we give her 79 days served, I'm not sure she gets, she's only been in there on this for about 10 days.
No, she's been in there total, so she's done 60 days when the sentence was originally given.
So I guess
Back
that's
in
my
June.
question, the 60 days. Have those already, would those count as time served again if she's given 79 days time served?
I think so.
Yep, every day that they
Yeah, I
serve on the
think
sentence
it
underlying
does.
counts.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that the sense of the court is fashioned, so you won't do any more time on this file. And I have your credit at 79 days. Ms. Robinson, that's your understanding?
Correct.
All right. Anything else, Ms. Robinson, in 0808348?
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Ms. Trice, you're free to leave the Zoom courtroom. This matter is being referred to collections because of the restitution, okay?
Yes, so I got more days to do.
No,
You're all set on this case, but you'll need to talk to Mr. Austin. I'm your felony attorney about your felony case bond, okay?
correct.
Okay,
You're all set on this file and and the retail fraud file. You're still being held on a pending felony.
so I gotta do some more days.
No,
No, Ms. Trice.
you got no more time on these files, Ms. Trice.
All right,
All right.
thank you.
So that's all on the record in 0808348.
I can leave?
You're free to leave, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
So are you Mr. Black?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your public defender so you can discuss this case, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so stand by and we'll put you in a room with her. A Zoom breakout room. All right, we're on the record in docket 22-01719. People of the state of Michigan versus Elijah Black. The parties, please introduce themselves for the record.
Jake Westy on behalf of the people.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Black.
And sir, you are Elijah Black.
Yes, sir.
All right, you can hear me all right, Mr. Black?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Witzy, how are we proceeding today?
We'd like this set for a final pretrial, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
Yes, Your Honor.
August 8th at 8:30 for final pretrial. Mr. Black's incarcerated. Do we need to writ him out for that day, or he's at county? Okay, so that'll be in person then. Then we'll bring him over from county. Anything else for the record in 22-01719, Mr. Witzy?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Black, we're gonna set this for final pretrial on August 8th at 8:30. And that we'll bring you over from Bingham County Jail in that regard. That'll be in person. If you have any questions, please contact your attorney, Ms. Robinson, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. That's all on the record in this file 22-01719.
Y'all have a blessed day. I'm free to go, Ms. Flores.
You are. You're free to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
I know that she's speaking.
So let's go on the record in 21-02939, people of the state of Michigan versus Jennifer Cressman. Parties, please introduce themselves for the record.
Jake Westy on behalf of the people.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Pressman.
And it's my understanding this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. We found out that she was incarcerated, I think Friday. Is that right? It was Thursday or Friday, and we attempted to writ her out, but it was met with laughter on some level. 'Cause there's just not enough time. So we'll reset the matter. Do you have a date you want to reset for the Cressman file on? August 8th at 10 a.m. Yeah. And that should give everybody enough time to do whatever they need to do to get Ms. Cressman here. Anything else for the record in 21-02939, Mr. Witzy?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So that's all on the record in this file. Oz. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people.
Erin Robinson, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Shabazz.
And it's my understanding this is the time set for pretrial in the matter. And the defendant was in the Ingham County Jail, but bonded out or made bond. He's not there anymore. He would have been given this date at his arraignment and notice of the date, which is in the file on July 25th. So he would have been given notice on July 14th. It is 10:32. This was originally scheduled for 10 o'clock. It's now 10:32. Mr. Witsey, how would you like to proceed in this case?
Your Honor, given the nature of the charge, I believe bench warrant is appropriate.
Ms. Robinson?
Your Honor, this being the first failure to appear, I would just ask for a 48-hour hold.
I don't think I can do a 48-hour hold on a domestic, on an assault. So I'm going to indicate defendants failed to appear today, bench warrant, bond forfeiture in the matter. Anything else for the file, Mr. Witsey, on 22-00977?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. That's all on this, on file 22-00977. Two zero one four five four, 22-01455, 22-01456, and 22-01457. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Jake Wisty on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Chester, who is standing to my right.
And you are
Evelyn Chester?
Evelyn Chester? Okay. You can hear me all right, Ms. Chester?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's 4 files here. Mr. Witsey, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, the people have made an offer where we would dismiss all files but for the dog fight. That would be 1454, 1456, 1457, in exchange for a plea to guilty to the 1455 being the dog fight. We would be like, if that was accepted, we like sentencing put off for an opportunity to see if there's any restitution in this matter. And we would kill a brew to fines and costs only.
Ms. Sutter, is that your understanding of the offer?
That is my understanding of the offer, Your Honor.
What's that?
That is my understanding of the offer.
So it'll be a plea to 455.
Well, and to be clear, Your Honor, that is what I know the offer to be. I explained it to Ms. Chester. I think she would like some time to schedule for a final pretrial to consider the offer.
So let me make sure I've got the offer for the file, and I'll put it on in 455. That it is the offer at this time is plea to this file. Dismiss the other files. Kill Bruno upfront jail.
Or specifically, Your Honor, Kilbrew to fines and costs.
Okay. So Kilbrew to fines and costs only.
That's
Correct.
correct.
And then we'll set this for final pretrial at this time.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did they feel? Okay, so it'll be set for August 30th, August 15th, August 15th at 8:30. So, Ms. Chester, we'll be back here on August 15th at 8:30 for the final pretrial. If you have any questions, please stay in contact with your attorney, Ms. Sutter, okay?
Yep.
Anything else for the record in any of these cases, 22, 14, 54, 55, 56, or 57, Mr. Whitson?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So keep in contact with your attorney and we'll see you on August 15th, okay?
Yep,
All right,
thank you.
thank you.
Awesome.